Hey everyone, good evening, good day, wherever you are. A huge welcome from us. Welcome to our open webinar. Let me show you my screen and we are going to check if we're live or not. Hi everyone, good evening, good day. Hey everyone, good evening. Nice. See that we're live? Huge thanks to all of you who came a bit early. I apologize for any inconveniences. We're very excited to start our webinar. Welcome. Please type into the chat if you hear me well, if you see me, and if you can see my screen. I'm going to wait a couple of seconds. You can type plus anything. Just let me know that we are that everything is fine, that the connection is perfect. Yes. Waiting for your responses. Hi everyone. Welcome to our open webinar from Data Science and Programming School Mathshub. Please text us if you hear me well, if you see me. I'm going to wait for your responses. Any emoji will be fine. But if there are any cases, just let us know and we will hopefully fix it. Hi. Still waiting for the messages. Hope everything's fine. Let me know if you hear me well and see me well. All of you, welcome to our open webinar dedicated to data science from scratch. You probably heard that AI is a huge trend right now, and huge welcome from me to our webinar from International School Mathshub. The school is for data science, programming, and data analysis. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I got the first message. Thank you so much. You hear me fine? Beautiful, perfect. Welcome to our webinar. I hope you are doing well. Let us begin then. Before we start, I would love to tell you more about our project if you may not heard about us. Our name of our project or our school is Mathshub. We are international data science and programming school, and for over just 3 years, our teachers and our team have taught over 20,000 students, so we couldn't be more proud of them. Now they're after their graduation, they work in big companies, in small companies, and feel much more sure in their knowledges at themselves that they're fine and they can work in IT. But I will dive deep into that a bit later. Just wanted to welcome you all to our webinar. Please don't hesitate to ask us any questions, type us anything. We don't have enough we don't have a huge audience today, so this is going to be very cozy for us. So please let us know. Just let's chat, and we'd love to get to know you better. Let me talk about the agenda. I see that people are joining us. Hi everyone, you are on the open webinar from International Data Science and Programming School Mathshub. Welcome. My name is Diana. I am going to tell you a bit more about our project. And after that, my colleague, our expert, Artem, is going to tell you about data science and how to become data scientist from scratch. What skills are required? What are the tasks the data scientists solve like on a daily basis? And also, we're going to talk about salaries, about the trends, and how to become a very successful data scientist, hopefully. And also, I'm going to come back and tell you more about our program that is called Data Scientist for Beginners. And we're going to have a Q&A session with you. So please don't hesitate to ask any questions. We have enough time, as I believe. I'd love to tell you that our webinar is going to take 1 hour, maybe approximately 30 minutes. I just would love to make this webinar very useful for you. So any questions will be welcomed. So please let us know what are your questions. Maybe something bugs you, just let us know, and we would love to get to all of your questions. Also, I just wanted to just notify that there is a slight broadcast delay because we're going live stream on YouTube. It's about like 30 seconds, 40 seconds. So, but still, please feel free to send us any messages, any questions. We would love to talk to you and help you out. If you already have any questions, feel free to ask us. Yeah, just test us. We're going to be happy to help you. And also, of course, we're trying to record this webinar, and we would love to send it over to all of you because we know that some people couldn't join us. So it's going to be it will depend on the activity of the chat. So please text us. We just would love to get to know you better. Also, for those who those who are watching us live, we appreciate your trust and your interest. So at the end of the webinar, we're going to give you a gift. This is going to be a hand-on guide for about how to become data scientist in this reality this year. Also, we are going to give you a discount code for like 40% to our coming program, Data Scientists from the Scratch. So please feel free, keep watching us. We would love to give you useful info. And as I told you before, this webinar is focused on data science field and the machine learning field. So we are enrolling one program for data scientists at the end of this month. So we are going to talk about this field, but if you have any questions about our project, we would love to answer it. Your questions, as I told you, will be very, very welcome. But before we start into our real topic, I would love to introduce myself. I would love to know you better. Hi, everyone, again. My name is Diana. I am CPO at Mathshub. I'm creating programs for our students. And in my past, I used to build marketing strategies for brand clients, for gaming clients. I used to work at the companies like TikTok and also Meta partners. And now my mission is to help our students to get their dream job offer, to change their career, and so they could feel safe in their choices, in their knowledge, and they could move abroad and etc. So this is my goal. I'm the one who creates program with our strong team, with our teachers. You're gonna meet Artem a bit later. So nice to meet you all. And I would love to know you a bit more. So please answer. I have 3 questions for you. There's not a lot. Before we start, could you please tell us your profession? Is your profession related to IT or not? I'm going to wait for your answers. Please let us know, what is your profession? Do you work in IT or not? Are you familiar with data science and etc.? Just let us know about your profession, please. I'm going to wait for your responses, and we are going to wait for your responses. And as I told you, I work in IT, but when I went to university, when I graduated from university, I was really lost because I didn't know what to do. But somehow it worked out. IT could be still for some people a bit challenging, scary. So I'm waiting for your responses. Let us know about your profession. What do you do for a living? I'm gonna wait. Still waiting for your responses. Anyone? Yeah, hope you hear me well. And hope you will answer. Let me wait for a couple more seconds. If you don't work in IT, it's absolutely fine. We have students from different background. They are doctors. They're doctors. They also are lawyers. Some of them are not working at all, or some of them like having kids and etc. But still, we help all of our students, no matter what background they have, and we never shame anyone who is not really not working in IT or not. Oh, I see some answers. Thank you so much, Cecilia. Instructional design, beautiful. Thank you. Welcome to our webinar. Farid is an economics student, not really related to IT. Farid, thank you for your answer. Hope you enjoy economics, very important field. Ben, biological scientist, is interested in data science. Thank you so much for your responses. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, all of you. Thank you. Another question that I have related to this webinar. Are you familiar with the required skills of how to become data scientist? Could you please put plus to me, like put plus into the chat or not? Do you have any idea what to do before becoming data scientist or not? I feel like Ben probably knows some. So yeah, let us know what are required skills to become data scientist. If you can just guess, if you're not sure, still will be happy with your answers. All of you, welcome. I'm going to wait for your responses. Maybe the important skill is to have great soft skills, or maybe to have mathematical skills, or maybe to program. Just let us know what do you think. What are required skills to become data scientists? Cecilia is interested in data science for education. Beautiful. Thank you, Cecilia. You're absolutely welcome. I hope this webinar will be very, very helpful for you. Again, don't hesitate to ask us any questions. We would love to help you out. I'm going to repeat my questions. Folks, do you know, or maybe you have any idea what are required skills to become data scientists? Any guessing will be fine. Farid said, is it like Python or R? Great guess. Exactly. Yeah, knowing Python and R is important skills to become data scientists. Good job. Thank you. What about others? Do you have, you can also guess, maybe you have to be, I don't know, have to need some technical background or anything. I'm going to wait for your responses here. Probability, coding, band, beautiful. Yeah, exactly. That's important. Yeah, I see another response by computer science. I guess the required skills are some analytical skills and math skills. Beautiful. Thank you so much for your response. I appreciate it. And we're going to dive deep into that, and we will be, I hope that after this webinar, you're going to have a clear understanding what are the required skills, and also there is going to be information in our guidebook, and we're going to send it over to you. This is going to be a total gift for us. I also see statistics, Python, SQL. Beautiful. Thank you so much. I know you're guys like few people here, but thank you for your support. And also the last question from me. I know that some of you have already responded to me. What do you want to get from this webinar? Do you have any purpose? Do you have any goal? Is there something you would love to know from us? I just want to make this webinar very useful for you. So just let us know. Do you have any question that, I don't know, bugs you, that really makes you doubt your knowledge about data science or anything? Could you please tell me what is your goal today for this webinar? What do you want to know? What do you want to learn today? Let us know. So Artem and I will try to make this webinar very useful for you. Also, my goal is, let me share it with you. I really want to I really want our audience to know a bit more about data science. And I think I want to break a myth that becoming data scientist is not that hard as it's probably can look, but basically it's absolutely doable. It's possible to become data scientist from scratch, and this is my goal, to show you that it's actually possible. And also I hope that Artem will explain you how it really works. So please feel free to explain what do you want to know from this webinar, how can we be helpful for you, and we will do our best to answer your questions. And while you're answering, let me share some information about our school, about Mathshub. As I already told you, that we are an international school of data science and programming, and we have taught about 20,000 students already. We have short programs, long programs, and our students that graduated, they already have new job offers around the world, in France, in Europe, the States, and etc. And I believe that the success of our program is that, first of all, we believe in career support, because all of our students actually changing career and changing profession at all, from the scratch, it can be very, very challenging. So our career coach, our career program starts from the first day of our programs, and we are helping our students to find the job of their dream. Also, as you can imagine, as you can note, that Mathshub is not a huge school yet, so we have lots of personal approach to our students. We are talking to them, like keeping in touch, we're checking if they're fine, if they're okay, and etc. And also, I think it's pretty obvious to talk about community. We do believe that community is a great key for helping people to achieve their goals. But I'll dive deep into that a bit later. And I am proud to say that all of our teachers, among our teachers and speakers, are people who work in big companies like Tesla, Amazon. They have professions from Harvard who share their knowledge, who share their life hacks about job, about I don't know, lifestyle, anything, and how to become a great specialist. And I would love to share our missions with you. We do realize that but for some point, people still think that IT can be very challenging, and it's still a bit uncertain. And especially about programming, you probably heard lots of myths that programming is awful, it's hard, it's boring. But one of our missions is to explain that programming is not that scary as people think. And also, we still see that lots of people want to work on remote, lots of people want to travel, lots of people are still interested in changing their career. So our mission is to help our students to have to get their dream job offer anywhere in the world with our help. And I see that there is a question. Yeah, and also thank you for your question, Cecilia, about the age thing. We do get that a lot, that some of our students care that maybe they have not enough experience, or probably they overage, if that's a saying. It's actually a myth. There's a lot of our career coaches explain that it's actually possible in every age to find a job, to change the career. So this is just a myth. Don't believe it. It sometimes really works out. And let me tell you about our values. So first of all, we are practice-oriented school. We do believe that all of the lessons should have practical use. We don't want our students to have only knowledge on paper. We really want you to prove it. So all of our lessons are practice-oriented. Also, our team, you're going to meet Artem a bit like in a couple of minutes. Our team, our teachers, our curators, I'm proud to say they're not only practicing teachers, but they're actually IT specialists. They're data scientists, they are machine learning engineers, they're engineers, data analysts. So data analysts. And that's why it's very important for us to give our students relevant information, to give their relevant knowledge about the platforms, the instruments, and etc. And of course, we still believe in support. We don't want people to feel lonely. And as I told you, changing career is pretty challenging. So that's why we're building community, and our team is helping our students to achieve their goals. Not going to take any longer, guys. I see that you are waiting. Now I'm going to introduce you to Artem. I'm giving a mic to Artem. Artem, are you here with us? I'm just going to show you the slide. Yes, guys, thank you so much for your time. I will come back a bit later. And now I want to welcome our expert, Artem. Huge welcome, and have a scene.
Hello, team, and let me share you my screen. So I hope you can see my screen. So let me introduce myself. I'm a lead software engineer in EPAM. My experience, more than 5 years in roles like principal engineer, technical leader. Yes, I'm an architecture. Also, I played roles like a technical expert in different hackathons, took part in conferences, and if I try to summarize, maybe more than 12 years of IT experience. Yes, a bit details about my experience. Yep, let me repeat myself. I took part in hackathons. I like it, really. Also, I'm an author of the chatbot, Central Bank of Russian Federation. I am an ambassador of my current company, and in some cases, I like to play a role of technical expert in different meetings. And my goal for today is to provide to you some thoughts. And what about our plan? What about these thoughts? First of all, I will be happy to speak with you about career. What is this? How can we estimate the success of the career? We will discuss about trends because it is a really important point if we are going to speak about career. And then I will be happy to share with you my thoughts about machine learning, deep learning as a career path. So, Tim, let us start. If we try to speak about career, we need to have metrics. What do I mean? How can we estimate, for example, two careers? Is it a good career or not? Is it a successful career or not? Do we have a wish to have this career or not? We need to have some metrics. And the interesting thing is, for example, me, I have one set of metrics. Maybe you may have another set of metrics. It is really fine, but let me think about common things. So, Tim, I think it is my point of view that if we invest our time to some area, for example, we spent 1 year to learn something new about deep learning, for example. Okay, we should be able to reuse this knowledge in the future. We should understand in our brain that, oh, in 10 years, these knowledges will be useful. It is really important for us as an engineers. And also, we should understand that we will be able to find a job in the market. It is not the same as useful technology and market requirements. It is not the same. That was I mean. The technology or stack or area, as you wish, should be popular in the world. What do I mean? For example, right now you live in one country. Let us use our fantasy and imagine that in 2, maybe 3 years, you will have a wish to move to another country. It can be a good idea to be able to find a job by using your current skills there in that country. That was I mean. And also, it is a story about money. From my point of view, you know, it can be really important for engineers, especially for junior level engineers, to have money because of their job. I mean, you learn something new on your job. It is really important. That's why if we are going to choose a new stack, new technology, let me call it entry point to the IT world, it should be important to understand. Is it interesting for market technology, for example, or it is just interesting, for example, for me, right? And my point for you, Tim, is that hype is not equal to a trend. Let me share with you some examples. May I ask you to use our chat? Please type, do you remember Delphi language? Yes, I also will look through the chat. Please feel free to type. Let me provide to you some details. It was 25, as I remember, years ago. In my location, it was really popular. It was my first job, to be honest. Delphi developer. And right now, for me, it can be really difficult to find a job on a Delphi language, Delphi 5, as I remember. It is market. It was hype. Where is trend? It is difficult for me to share with you trend. Okay, let us think about some details from IT world. Silverlight, Microsoft, I mean. Around 14 years ago, as I remember, it was popular. It was popular, and I was a part of that community. We liked this framework. My first, I remember, oh, Silverlight, it will be my future. I will be a big expert in it. Where is Silverlight right now? So let me share with you another part of the coin. This coin, so personal computers. I was young, I remember that personal computers, I mean skill of playing with personal computers was advantage on the market. Oh, I understand how to print document. I understand how to use Word, for example, Microsoft products. Oh, it is really benefit for me. Right now, it is a standard requirement for all in the market. And team, let me share with you some thoughts, how ideas become standards. Yep. Let me, before I do this, look through the chat. I understand. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yes, let us finish this part and I will be happy to come back to your answers in our chat. So why I plan to focus on this? Because I think it is really important, first of all, for your career to make a good choice. So first, I call it birth area. We have some ideas on the market. So we can read something in the news. Let me remember JavaScript, TypeScript, front end, back end. In one time, every company told, oh, we need front enders. We need front end developers to make for us a website, web view, etc. It was hype. It was hype, and it is really important for engineers to understand, will it be hype in the future, or it will be a story about fading. Next area, I call it market validation. For me, the good criteria is a number of publication, science publication, I mean. Not hype, not number of comments in Stack Overflow or platforms the same, but really science publications. That was I mean. And then we can see on the market two ways. First way, I call it stability. We have technology. We have no hype about this technology. It is just technology as a job. Right now, TypeScript, JavaScript, for example, it is not something new, not something interesting. It is just job. For example, I'm a front ender. I'm able to write front end. But if we remember the time 10, 12 years ago, it was advantage in the market. Oh, you're a full stack, you're a front ender. Come to our company. It was a really big advantage. And let me share with you some examples. Personal computers. And as I mentioned before, in some time, 25, maybe more years ago, it was a benefit. It was a benefit. It was a big advantage on the market. Oh, I'm able to use personal computer. Will be a good employee. Mobile telephony, the same story. I remember my first mobile phone. Oh, Tim, may I ask you to type in a chat? Do you remember the period of time when the mobile telephony become popular? I remember that time. First, each company in my location had a website. And you know, it was something like one time each company made a decision to have a mobile application because everybody starts to use a mobile phone. Yep. So I hope, yep, I remember. Thank you, Monica. Yep. And what about another examples to be more understandable? JavaScript, good example. Yes, I'm a bit an antique engineer. I remember jQuery, that period of time, and JavaScript was something new on the market. We played with it like a new hype technology. Will it be useful in future or not? It was our fantasy. And right now, it is like a standard on the market. JavaScript on a Node.js backend, for example, maybe TypeScript, right? Or front end. You should have understanding of the JavaScript. The same story about Python. Right now, if we are going to speak about any statistic things, machine learning, deep learning things, it can be a story about Python. It is not an advantage. Oh, I know Python. Okay, everybody know Python. It is not an advantage. And what about our point of this topic? CD, good example. I used CD, pagers. May I ask you to write in the chat? Do you have experience with CD or pagers? In my location, it was really popular. I remember, like small thing, we can click, we can have text by pagers. And you know, some people were involved in this area. They spent their time, they learned a lot about pagers, how to write for pagers, etc., etc. Flash for web, another good example. Delphi, as I mentioned before, and Microsoft Silverlight. Microsoft Silverlight also from my experience. So it is reality of our time, and we need to understand, will technology be useful on the market or not? What do I mean? We need to understand the market validation criteria. And how can we do this? We can think about the market. We can think about current products on the market and try to understand, will companies that use right now some products stable or not? Is it stable business or not? What do I mean? First, skills, technologies, knowledges that can be advantages today, in 5, maybe 7 years, will be a common expectation from a candidate if you make a good choice. That was I mean. For example, right now, let us choose as a core skill machine learning, deep learning. I try to think about market, and I think that maybe in 5, maybe in 6 years, it will be a common requirement. You need to understand data frames, for example. You need to understand statistics. It will be like a routine on a market, IT area, first of all. But right now, it can be your advantage when you will try to find your job, maybe to change your job. Why not? To be more understandable, let me share with you these simple examples. Yes, you can see on the left side, era of personal computers. Again, it was a big advantage. Oh, I'm able to use personal computer. I know how to play with printer, for example. Right now, it is a common requirement. PHP language. I remember that period of time, landings, etc., etc. It was useful on the market. It was really easy to find a job as a web developer. As I remember, it was not a story about backend, front end. It was like a general title, web developer. I was a web developer 2 years. I remember that time. JavaScript era, also front end, back end. Who are you? I'm a front end. I know JavaScript. A bit later, TypeScript. Then it was DevOps area, cloud. In one time, each company need to have DevOps. Why? AWS cloud, Azure cloud, Google cloud. All of us need to be in the cloud. And it was hype. Right now, it is not a hype, it is trend. If you, that time, made a decision to become a DevOps engineer, right now, I mean today, you can find a job because of that, your decision. But we are today, not that time. What can we do? We can think about future and think about current hype. Machine learning and deep learning, that was I mean. Today, it is something like advantage. On the market, it can be easy to find a job as a machine learning engineer, as a deep learning engineer, data scientist, like this. I think that, let me repeat myself, in 5, maybe 7, 8 years, it will be a common requirement, nothing special, just knowledge. So if we continue to discuss about it, you can see on the slide, you can use some knowledges to be on the top today, or you can stay with these knowledges as is. And in 5 years, in any case, if you will have a wish to be in IT engineering area, you will have these knowledges without benefits, of course. So let me clarify, what do I mean when I discuss about data, science, etc., etc. First, it can be a story about data. And data today, I think it is a new oil. We have cloud that provides to us storages, and we can store our data. We need to work with this data. big amount of data, I mean, to make decisions for our business, for us, etc., etc. First of all, it is decision making, I think. And what areas we need to focus if we make a decision to be a data scientist? Of course, we should be able to understand mathematics, linear algebra, first of all, statistic, of course, computer science, sure. We should be able to write models, for example, by using Python computer language. We should be able to use additional skills like how to understand graph patterns, for example, how to write a code base with good quality, etc. We should understand data processing things. I mean that what states can we have if we are going to speak about data? We should normalize our data. We should think about limits of our data. And of course, is it a useful attribute of our data or not? We should also understand this matrix. And of course, domain expertise. I mean that there are on the market set of domains. For example, I'm expert in search domain and data storage domain. There are a lot of other domains. We should understand the business from the IT point of view, of course. And in short words, all these parts are in common data science. Let me provide to you some examples why I can say for sure that machine learning and deep learning will be trend in the future, will be useful in the future. And if you invest your time today, this year, this month, to learn how to play with machine learning and deep learning, you will have a job in the future on the market. That was I mean. First of all, YouTube. I think it is a good example. YouTube recommendation systems. YouTube, it is a big platform, video platform. And if YouTube invest resources, human resources, money, time to understand, to play with deep learning things, I think the strategic analytics team understand that, oh, maybe it will be a future. My position here is let us look through the big players on the market. And if they use some technologies, maybe it can make sense for us to use the same technologies. Yep. For example, in our recurrent neural networks, short-term memory, LSTM, etc. And of course, on our lessons, we will discuss about it more later, with more details, right? Voice assistance. If we are going to speak about LSTM, we need to, okay, let me share with you some context. If we are going to speak about text, about voice sentences, we need to understand the context. I mean that, let us imagine text. We have first sentence, we have a set of sentences in the central, we have last sentence. We need to understand the context. I mean, what was the idea of the first sentence? Next, we need to think about central idea. For example, we try to understand, is it a positive or negative text in general? And LSTM can help us in this way. Yes, voice assistants, text bots use this technology. And right now, let me repeat myself again. We can find on the market a lot of voice assistants, a lot of text bots, chat bots. I think that somebody in the future will, market will need somebody to support all these products, all these applications. That's why it can be interesting area for you just to learn it today, to have advantage on the market, and in the future, just have a job, for example. Recommendation systems. Netflix, good example. For example, let me imagine situation when you have a friends, your friends have some favorite films. Recommendation system understand that you are a friends, and recommends to you the same type of video, for example, right? There are a lot of models that can work in this way. We will discuss on our lessons more details about this. Right now, I just want to pay attention that Amazon and, for example, Netflix invest their time and money to these areas. That means that in the future, you will have a job, maybe not in Amazon, but in some companies that will use products of Amazon. Social networks, of course. It can be a story about marketing things, how to provide to you good suggestions, interesting pictures, interesting videos, so on and so forth. A lot of models also we have on the market that can help you from the machine learning, deep learning point of view, work with it. And just mention on our practice lessons, we will create, I like to call it pet projects, some simple projects that will be happy to will be useful for you to understand the general idea. Okay, for example, we play with Instagram. How can we understand that this context can be similar with this context? We have special models that can do it for us. Why this knowledge can be useful on a marketing? If you understand your client, for example, I'm a internet shop. I need to have a picture of my client. I have some examples. These models can help me to understand in a social network, for example, oh, this is my potential clients. And what about skills? Of course, it is a story about programming languages. We need to have knowledge how to write by using Python, for example, models, algorithms, how to save data to the database, how to download data, how to transport our code base to our teammates, developers, front-end developers, etc., etc. It is a story about mathematics, also linear algebra, statistics, analytics, things. It is not an academic level, let me think like this, but we need to have a general understanding. How can we use it in our models? I mean that without mathematical knowledges, it will be like a black box for us. But we need to have opportunity to rule our models. Database management, SQL, for example, and NoSQL, of course. For some cases, NoSQL databases are really useful. And here we will discuss about types of databases, what databases can be useful for what cases, etc., etc., and machine learning, deep learning, things, algorithms. I mean, we have a set of frameworks, Keras, TensorFlow, PyTorch, etc., etc. We need to understand how to use it, because in some companies, you will have a requirement. Oh, you need to know how to play with Keras. In our company, you can, for example, be asked like, what about TensorFlow? You need to understand how to use these frameworks, how to use models from frameworks to provide the result. That was I mean. And let me look through our chat. I see a lot of answers. Oh, thank you. Able to watch. What about COBOL? Great question. Thank you. Thank you. COBOL, right now, I think it can be, I can speak just about my location. It can be difficult to find a job on a COBOL language. It can be legacy product. Let me be honest and share with you my own opinion. It can be not a story how to be flexible. What do I mean? You find a job, COBOL. Let us imagine you will not like a company or a project, or you will have some conflicts with your manager. In any case, you should be able to change your job. So we can open resources, I mean web resources. How many companies can provide to us a job with COBOL requirements? That was I mean. It can be difficult to find. That's why if we make a decision to spend our time to learn some technology, we should understand in a clear way that we will be able to find a lot of companies with this concrete stack area technology. It is really important. Let me look through another. Yes, about it is too late for me to change my career and become a data scientist. Let me thank you. I think really interesting and good question. I think that engineer has no age. Of course, for students, it can be more easy to learn something new just because of time. You have your job, student only have a university, for example. But let me mention, you have your experience, your current experience. It can be a story how to reuse your current experience. Let me use my fantasy. For example, you're a bookkeeper, right? You have knowledge in your current area, and it can be a good benefit for you in your future. For example, you can write some statistic, I mean auto statistic by using machine learning, for example, instruments, things in your current place, in your company, and then change your role from bookkeeper into machine learning engineer or data scientist, or some cases like this. Why not? Reuse your current knowledge. It can be really good benefit. For students, what can I say? Students, from my point of view, by default, have a lot of time. Of course, university, but you have evenings, you have weekends, you can learn, read, and try to find your job in interesting and perspective, interesting, and let me use in the future it can be useful. For example, stack. You can try to find your job. Why not? Yes. Let us move to the next point. Responsibilities. Why? Why business has a wish to have a data scientist? First, because of problems in a business. If we are going to speak about big amount of data, statistic things, it should be useful for business to have an engineer that will be able to read the data, I mean statistic, and provide some reports about dynamic, about metrics, etc., etc. By using data, we can solve some problems. We can think about future, right? Like, okay, right now we have these metrics, we have these values. What will we have in the future? Let us create a model and try to predict. It is also a story about data science. Analysis, structuring data also your potential areas of work. And of course, models, machine learning models, deep learning models that can help to clarify some business problems, clusterization, for example, classification, regression models, etc., etc. It depends. It depends on a business, on an area, on a domain of the business. But all these things are useful right now, today. And it is something like a trend. And how to become a data scientist? Of course, you need to understand mathematics. It is like a fundamental thing for this career path. Mathematics, statistics, machine learning skills, of course. You need to understand how to write a code, understandable code base. I mean, because you will play a role in a team. It is not a story how to write everything in an independent way. You need to understand how to work with data, how to store data in data storages. I mean, cloud area, big data, and maybe local storages. MongoDB, SQLite, etc., for pet projects. Why not? And also, you need to prepare your, again, we discussed about technical skills. You need to prepare your soft skills. How to be friendly in a team. How to work in mixed team, for example. How to discuss about your previous experience, about your pet projects. And then you need to find a job offer. I mean, you need to try, find your first job, and everything will be fine. Let me look through the chat. Maybe if you have any questions, please feel free to write in the chat. I will be happy to answer. Diana, let me stop sharing.
Thank you so much, Artem, for sharing your knowledge. Thank you for answering our audience's questions. Guys, feel free to, if you have any questions left to Artem, please type them into the chat. We still have time, and don't hesitate to ask. While we're waiting, I'm going to take over. Artem, if you don't mind, again, thank you so much for sharing that. I also want to mention that Artem is going to be one of our teachers about for the module Deep Learning. We are going to make a project related to that area. And while you're texting, I'm going to tell you more about the program and about our program and products. So first of all, I wanted to show you the salaries as we promised. We do understand that sometimes it's very important. Artem already told you about the trends and what criteria are important to choose the career, to choose the profession. But we're all adults, right? We will all need to know the basic salaries that we can expect. So basically, and on the average side, of course, there's different areas, the States, Europe, Asia, and different countries, regions. Usually junior data scientists can expect a salary about $83,000 per year. Of course, there are different tax laws, etc. So we are just giving you the average data. And also, I remind you that in our guidebook of how to become data scientists, there are going to be some links so you can check more articles about the salaries and what to expect on this job field. Also, as you can see, the growth and all of this, this whole field is pretty promising, because you can see that salary is still growing, and as a lead specialist, as a director, you can get twice as twice salary, as you can see here. Let me continue. So as Artem told you already, and I saw some questions on the chat, data science, machine learning is still on demand, and we have found it only on Glassdoor. There's like over 5,000 positions already, but actually over the world, data scientists are definitely on demand, and data science can be applied in different areas. As you can see, technology, retail, like in Walmart. Walmart actually made some researches with computer vision. In finance, each time we ask bank for a loan or for a credit, there's different algorithms that check our data. There's like huge amount of the data. So, and the algorithms gives the specialist the answer if we're going to have a loan or not, or what's going to be the percentage of the credit, and etc. Also, medicine. I heard that we have a medicine student here or economics student here. In medicine, data science has a huge influence, as I told you on the chat. There are so many projects when algorithms are checking ultrasound pictures or MRI pictures, and these computer vision algorithms are helping doctors to find any diseases or how patient reacts on different medicine, etc. So actually, data science is I feel like it's everywhere. Artem has already told you about YouTube, about social media, about entertainment, and different areas. So we can tell you for sure that data science is definitely has a huge trend, and it's not just a hype. As Artem has already told you, it's definitely a trend, and it's going to be in demand still. Now let me tell you more about our program that we are launching at the end of this month, at this October 30th. I should be honest with you that data science, that our program is not short, it's long, because we're aiming, and this program is created for beginners. So if you don't have experience in IT, or you don't have a mathematical experience yet, if you've never programmed, it's absolutely fine, because we are teaching our students from the scratch. We're given the basics of that knowledge, of that skill that Artem has told you about. Let me tell you a bit about our studying process, and then I will dive deep into details about our program. So first of all, we do believe in live lessons, because on the market, there are various courses where the lessons are recorded. And as you can see now, you're watching this webinar. You can ask the question and you can get the answer pretty fast, aren't you? So that's why our program has only live lessons. So basically, twice a week, we meeting with our students where we are going to have not probably like 10 or 15 students. We're aiming for that number because we want to put as much attention to each student. So for this 9 months, we're going to have live lessons on Zoom. You're gonna know your students, you're gonna work together, you're gonna do coding tasks together. We're going to have lectures, seminars, some coding seminars even, and after that we're going to give you some homework, and you can get feedback from our teacher, from our assistant. You can also, our students sometimes they team up and they even code at weekends just to like get rid of the fear of coding and being scared of it. Also, after each model we are having final project, as Artem already told you, that we really want our students to have knowledge not only on paper, but we actually want our students to have pet projects when you can go to the interview and actually say that I know how to work with databases, I have made this project, or I had a Kaggle experience competition, and I have done that project and that project, and etc. I'm going to dive deep into that a bit right now. And I see the question most of the time as PhD student, I am writing my codes in Python and use deep learning tools, but I don't have the skills of related industry. Which programs do you recommend learning and related with industry skills? Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you for your question. It's amazing that you already have knowledge of coding in Python, and just becoming data scientist without experience is pretty hard. I understand that, and I think the program that we are offering right now could be useful for you, because it's not only has a hard skill program for hard skills, but it also has career coach, career support, as I told you. So we are going to help our students to prepare themselves for the interviews, how to make your resume, how to and where to put your pet projects, so HRs will see the projects and etc. So I'm afraid that I can make a mistake with your name. Samaya Hagbari, please keep listening. This program will be suitable for you. The course schedule. First of all, we're going to start with basics of Python. And as I mentioned before, if you are a beginner, and if you have never had experience in coding in Python, it's absolutely fine. We're going to study the syntaxes, the basics, what are the important libraries, and we're going to start solving some tasks. We're going to make some exercises. So I think for some people, this is the most complicated module, because it's a bit how should I say it? It's very new for some people, but after it, if you complete it, you're gonna have lots of fun. After Python, we're going to have basics on SQL. We also, again, after each model, we're going to have a project where you can work with your peers, with your teacher, and also can like show your project, and you can put it into your GitHub. We're also going to tell you how to do so. So as you can see, there are 9 modules. The program is duration of the program is 9 months. And during the whole program, you're going to have the career support from the first week, from the first day. We're going to introduce you to your career coach, who is going to help you build a career path for each and one of you, like your own unique career path. Depends on your experience. If you don't have experience in IT, if you're only a student, it doesn't matter. Our career coach will help you build the strategy, and you, during the whole program, are going to have some lectures, some seminars also with the career coach. And as you can see here, we're going to have mathematics, statistics, working with big data, and analyzing the data, and of course, the important of all, machine learning and deep learning. Let me show you a bit more, so you could dive deep into it. I'm sorry, I got a bit distracted. So why Python? Why SQL? These are the basics. These are the most important languages that all data science should know. If you know Python and if you know SQL, it's going to be pretty easy for you to learn other languages like R, as someone asked before. So it's going to be easy for you if your company, if your next company is going to be asking something else, it's going to be easy to fix it and be flexible. But basically, Python is definitely the language that is used by data scientists, by machine learning engineers. So Python is our key. Knowing Python, coding in Python is very important. YEDA is the module of working with data, of fixing data problems, of building some graphics and making some visualization of data. Algorithms, I'm trying to explain it into a bit simple words, but if you have any questions, you can also text us. I'm going to give you later some link to our consultation. It's totally free. You can just ask our specialists about the program, about our coaches, the team, and etc. I'm just like briefly will explain you what are the modules about. So algorithms is the model that explains what other tasks are relevant right now. What are the algorithms? Because usually on some interviews, our students are asked to show some knowledge of algorithmic tasks. So this is the module when we learn these algorithms, and we also have how should I say, like a test drive, like a interview with our peers of this knowledge of the algorithms. And mathematics and statistics, as already I remember Ben said that knowing mathematics, knowing statistics is really important. It's crucial for data scientists, because data scientists are building some hypotheses, they're analyzing data, and it's very important for them to know some mathematical laws, some functions, knowing linear algebra and statistics. But don't be scared. I have already heard that lots of people are scared of math. As I told you, we have amazing teachers. I'm very proud of them. So mathematics is also for beginners, and we are going to be able to really from the scratch like make a great project, so you will feel comfortable with your knowledge of mathematics and statistics. Also, of course, we're going to work with data, with analysis, how to visualize data, and so on. And it's obvious, right? We are going to talk about machine learning and about deep learning. What are the tasks right now? What are the functions, libraries, and so much more. And as I told you, career support. Sometimes studying by yourself or even with the peers for 9 months can be challenging, right? Because we're changing the career. Our goal is very how should I say, it's very ambitious. So feeling support, and so we don't want our students to lose motivation. We all have lives, we have family, we have other obligations, but if you have a dream, if you want to change your career, if you want to work on remote, if you want to have very interesting and relevant career, if you want to feel safe, if you want to travel and work, it's still possible, no matter what age you have, no matter what gender you have, and etc. It's important to remember about your dream. I hope I'm not sounding too poetic, but basically making your dreams come true is very important. So that's why our career coach helps our students to understand the fear, to understand the talents, to improve maybe some skills for self-presentation, for maybe self-awareness. And after our programs, I am proud to say that first, 80% of our students complete the programs. 82% of our students complete the program. And we do understand that it's 9 months, but still they're coming, they're learning. And with our support, they're able to graduate and they're able to get job offers. You can still text us. We will show you the proof, the info, and etc. Let me tell you a bit more about our teachers. You already met Artem. We also have Anna, Igor, Georgi. They all live. They're all lecturers. They're professional lecturers, and they live in different places in the world. They are lecturers, and also they are still IT specialists. They are working in IT companies. Artem works in American company EPAM. Igor works in Samsung and now lives in Germany. Anna works in Barcelona. She's our talented data engineer, and Georgios lives in London, who helps us to understand math and statistics. Guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me any. I'd love to help you out and tell you more about our project. I'll just tell you a little about our coaches. It's just one of them. Daria is our I don't want to say gossip, but actually Daria loves very complicated cases. She helps to find jobs for ex-models, ex-doctors, ex-bartenders, and now they actually work in IT. They live in Bali in Sri Lanka and send her some postcards. Yeah, so her specialization is to help people to find a job in IT. So she worked for 13 years for a company as a human resource manager, and she has been successfully consulted like over 400 people and helped them to find a job. So basically, Daria helps people to really face their fears and find the job offer. So we also can share some reviews. She just like last week, she helped a lady to find a job in Chanel as a data scientist. So we are so proud of our team and of course of our students. So I want to note, and this is very important for all of you, our program guarantees job offer. I know it sounds ambitious, but basically we do guarantee a job offer for all of our students, no matter where you're from. And to do so, and of course, it's actually written in our agreement. So if you are looking for a job and if you don't want to lose your money, you can just contact us and ask how the program works. What are the what is the, I forgot the word, I'm sorry, but basically, yeah, you can also check our agreement. You can also ask for the longer, the more detailed program, but we do guarantee a job offer. That's what I'm gonna say. That's how I'm gonna leave it. And our goal is really to help you and each of student of ours to find a job anywhere in the world. And to achieve this, of course, we also have the program that I already showed you for hard skills, Python, SQL, math, statistics, and etc. But also, as I told you before, consultation with our career coaches are included into our program. We also have career lectures when we are going to share what's going on the market, how to make your resume, how to create your LinkedIn profile so it can be more interesting for HRs and etc. and other people, for team leads. And also we have in our program mentoring consultations. So basically how it works, we are going to find you data scientists from maybe your area. If let's imagine you are from UK, or maybe you're from India or other place. We're going to find you a mentor from the same place that you are right now, who is probably moved to the area that you want to move in, or you want to, or maybe the company that you want to get in. And you are going to have the mentoring consultation for with the real person who is going to share his experience, maybe to give you some tasks, some advices of how you can improve your CV, improve your skills, and etc. Now I'm going to have some Q&A session. As I told you before, you can sign up for a consultation with our manager for free. You have a QR code here, and I'm going to ask my team to send you the link to this consultation. I know this webinar it's a bit short. I'd love to tell you more, but you also can have this free consultation with us. Just talk to us, ask questions about the job, about the program, and we would love to tell you how it really works. So here's the link to our free consultation. Also, on this link, you can still get 40% discount as we promised. You can just sign up today and tomorrow, and we are going to save the discount for you. And please let me know if you have any questions right now. Anyone, any questions? I'll be happy to answer them. Anything that maybe is uncertain, unclear, I'll be happy to answer. Please feel free to ask me any questions. We still have some time, so I'm gonna wait for your questions. And I think I should be honest with you that this program is intense. We're a very honest team. We're a very honest project. So actually, this course is intense. Yeah, it actually, we are expecting that our students are going to put effort in it, because we are giving our students lots of information. We're very student-oriented and practice-oriented. So for this 9 months, our small group is going to work really hard as like in a boot camp. Like in the evening, twice a week, you're going to have live lessons where you can code together, when you can ask questions the teacher. Also, this is a great opportunity for networking, right? Because you can still, because our teacher works in different companies, and our HR knows lots of HR. So basically, you can just send your resume, and this, you know how networking works, right? So it's easy. Now we have a great discounts, so you can just give your contacts, sign up for a consultation, and also we have the. Yeah, I'm gonna ask my team to send the landing, our main website for the program, where you can see the syllabus and everything, and you can see the price here, like price there. Now we have a discount like 30%, but for you who are watching us, we are giving you 40%. So I am recommending you just to sign up for this consultation for free. This consultation is totally free, and we can just book this 40% discount for you. And as I don't see other questions, I'm going to, as I promised, because we all keep promises in Mathshub, here is a guidebook for all of you that we promised to give away. This is a present from us. This is a great hand-on guide of how to become data scientists in this reality, based on all the trends that we are having right now. So no matter if you're a student or if you already have experience, this guide is going to be, I hope it's going to be very useful for all of you. So here's the link. You can just download it and use it for your own good. So these are here the information about the skills that are expected, field that still use data science and where data science is popular. So I hope you are gonna like this guide. We put lots of effort into it. And I'm still waiting for some other questions if you have any. I'm going to come back to the QR code with consultation. So feel free to just contact us. We're going to talk to you and ask about your background. Maybe if you have any fears, and maybe you heard some myths about gender, about age and background, just let us know. We'd love to meet you. We'd love to know a bit more about you, and we would love to make sure that actually IT is not that scary as it may seem. So I'm gonna wait for a couple of more minutes for your questions, and then we will close up, and we're gonna finish our webinar. But if you don't have any questions, I'll be very happy if you give me any feedback, if you give our team any feedback about the webinar. Do you have any questions left? And if we'll be very happy to know any feedback from you. So I'm gonna wait for a couple of more minutes, and after it, we're gonna finish. So I hope you all feeling Okay, I hope we answered questions that you had. I hope this field is easier. Now it feels easier to get into data science and become data scientist. So I hope that this webinar was very useful for you. So I'm still waiting for your questions. Basically, as I told you, the cost is on our landing. Now we have on the landing, there is less than, there is about 30% discount. Now the course costs with the promo code that we're going to give you about $5,000 for 9 months. We have some options for splitting it up. But as I told you, we are guaranteeing the offer. This is the live course, and all of the consultations are also live with our coaches, with mentors, with technical advisors. So, and as you can remember, our data scientists, junior data scientists, earn about $83,000 per year. So after completing the course that actually guarantees the job offer, this is just an easy investment for the future, because it can really be paid up by the first salary. I hope you can make the math by yourself. So now, I think there's been 2 more minutes. I hope you are going to sign up for a free consultation with us. I had a blast talking to you and sharing information about our projects. I hope you had fun in some way, and I hope you learned something today, because we really wanted to give you the useful info. So I offer you to stay in touch. I'm thanking you all for your time, for your interest, and for trusting us, for spending this time with us. And if you have any questions, again, you have all of the links. You can still contact us. We'd love to answer your questions. And now, thank you all for your time. I wish you an amazing evening, an amazing week. Let's stay in touch, and we'll be very happy to see you in our program. So join us, and you also can follow us on YouTube, on different social media. We post lots of important information of how to become data scientist, IT specialist, and so much more. So thank you all for your time. Have a great evening. We were very happy to talk to you, to chat with you, and to share our knowledge. So thank you all, and goodbye. Thank you for your time.